Does this sound familiar to you? It wouldn't come off as a surprise that Valve has made an immense impact on the gaming industry, going from its very first releases of Half-Life all the way up to Team Fortress and the milking cow strategy that is insetting cases and skins into Counter-Strike. But by all means, there's nothing more impactful in the sound aspect of the gaming industry than it is for this specific sound. But why? First of all, it is undeniable that the reason why this sound effect is so familiar is because it is the biggest gaming industry's Kingpin's intro, and that isn't wrong. However, the reason why the sound effect is so impactful is not only because of that, but because it is part of the Half-Life 2 soundtrack. Believe it or not, this sound is taken from the very first track of the Half-Life 2 soundtrack, which goes by the title of Hazardous Environments, the track that starts to play in A Red Letter Day when Gordon puts on the HEV suit.
Why, just look at
But why did Valve decide to use this specific sound as their intro? If you didn't yet know, Valve is a company that is pretty damn unpredictable, going from literally giving birth to the Portal game series from a few game design students' games that led to the ISS robot being spray painted onto a NASA ship part, to literally being a publisher for a game that is using assets textures from a picture of a burned guy's face. Like, what the f? And when it comes to Valve's intro, trust me, it's nothing different. One day, an anonymous curious fan decided to email Valve about what the Valve intro is supposed to mean and the backstory that was behind it. Fortunately, believe it or not, Valve surprisingly did respond. All the way back in 1995 when Valve was founded, the team tried to find suitable models for the pictures, but all that they were getting were supermodel type headshots to review. So what Valve decided to do was to just go out to the Seattle streets and just ask people if they'd like to come into the studio for a photo. And one of those people was the man that we have all seen in Valve games, and that is Mr. Valve. Yep, this guy. Thus meaning that the actual identity of him is fully unknown. Also, one of the few first Valve's intros featured a man which faces was actually in full frame that had a valve coming out of his left eye. That picture was taken of a former Valve employee. The craziest thing is that both of these pictures were taken in the same year, but the second was used almost 13 years after the first official intro. Please f off. What? What? I don't fucking know. Okay. The craziest thing is that both of these pictures were taken in the same year, but the second was used almost 13 years after the first official intro, which gave birth to the famous Valve concept, open your eyes, open your mind. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But why is this intro deemed to be the sound that has mostly impacted gaming? Surely it's a popular sound, but how could it change the gaming industry? It shouldn't come off as a surprise that video game company intros have definitely become a norm in today's age. Going from some genuine bowling strike screen material to some Christmas jingle shit, Valve's mascot not only presents the player with an eerie intro that most of the time earworms the living soul out of your body, but it also reflects what Valve's games are going to put you through. Going from the genuinely outstanding story writing and jump scares to bugs that are literally yet to be fixed, but that's fine. I want to re-establish the fact that Valve as a game company is so fucking unpredictable. All the way back in around 2003, when Half-Life 2 was just about to launch, something tragic happened. Valve got hacked and the source code to the game got leaked. And this was the same year that Half-Life 2 was supposed to launch, so the damage that this has cost Valve as a company is actually mind-blowing. As soon as the leak went live, Gaben created a thread in the Half-Life 2 forum called "I need the assistance of the community." In this post, Gaben pretty much just confirms that the leak had indeed happened and then proceeded to explain what at then Valve knew. Gaben's email got hacked and multiple machines were found with keyloggers in the company. The kicker, the keyloggers were written specifically for Valve because no antivirus could detect the malicious files. For over 5 months, the community was guessing who could have hacked and leaked the game's source code to the public, and even the FBI came back blank. Well boys, all it takes to catch a hacker is to get an email from the hacker itself. The hacker, going by as the guy in the email, has taken responsibility for the hack and was actually insisting on working out a possible outcome with the company, which he then followed up with the next email when he asked for a job. Gaben was probably more lost than Club Penguin when they saw that all the servers were flooded with Mac Wazowski's, okay? But what did Gaben decide to do? He decided to give the man a shot. He pretty much just said that, hell yeah, my boy, that was very interesting. Yes. And so they got on a phone interview. The punchline, the hacker wasn't talking with neither Gaben nor any Valve employee. He was talking straight to the FBI. After the call, it was planned to invite the hacker onto a plane to Seattle, where the quote-unquote face-to-face interview was supposed to take place. Instead, he would get arrested upon landing. But the hacker didn't board the plane because the FBI thought about the amount of damage that could still be potentially caused. Because let me make this even more clear, Half-Life 2 was supposed to officially drop in 2003. The amount of financial damage that this leak had done to the company most likely surpasses the massive percentage of people that watch my videos that are not subscribed. So the German police was contacted and the hacker was arrested, all because Gaben tricked him into thinking that he could get a job at Valve. Holy sh**. We got off track. I am more than sure that if you're watching this video, that means that you're definitely not above the age of like 7, which makes me believe fully that you have 100% played either Half-Life, Team Fortress 2, or the f***ing garbage can that is Counter-Strike at the moment. This intro sound is perhaps the Xbox 360 to the average 2013 7-year-old's Christmas. The pure nostalgia that just whoops you when you hear the sound, the actual memory of opening up Portal 1 and being literally mortified by this intro. Oh damn, man. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea what I'm trying to get across with this video. I recently started playing more Valve single player titles, and one of them was Half-Life 2. And hearing the intro sound just made me realize how incredibly strong memories are bonded by extremely weird incidents. Let's take Minecraft's entire soundtrack as an example. Most likely the reason why you even find Minecraft's music nostalgic is because you either built a shitty dead house or were finding a cow. That's how incredibly confusing our minds work. Throughout most of my videos, I tend to try and leave some sort of valuable message at the end, since I don't want to just flood your brain with random ass facts, unless that is the most used sample video, which actually did a lot well than I thought it would. What this video should be is a reminder that time's going by f***ing fast, my boy. Believe it or not, over 10% of 2023 has already passed. We literally had New Year's Eve like it feels like a week ago. Holy shit, I feel like I'm writing an essay. Just value each moment because you only have a limited amount of them. That's what I want to see you take away after this video. But there's still one huge question left. What the f did Lil Wayne say that made him lose millions? Well, you can find that out by clicking this video on the screen and by clicking the subscribe button right here.
Bye.